Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Kwame Opa Weeks here in Rubber Sport. But what you're following here, you see members of the Armed Forces of Liberia or Coast Guard team. I think that is the number 2 man right there wearing that red life vest, and you see the man here represent the Forestry Development Authority, and we're actually here because these boats that you see here, let me get you to see, that's one of the boats right there. Let me zoom that back out here. Okay,
so those are students. Those are students on demonstration.
Okay, according to, he said there are some students there. We're gonna go in that direction also, and we're about now also to be hopping up on this boat, where these boats that were, given as a form of a grant. We're not gonna get inside. Okay, so they're trying to start these boats, and then from there we will be going in. As we were told, you see right there, this one is marked Clark Marie Ware. That's FDA LFSP MV 0303001. These are donations, 2 donations made by the Norwegian government, as I was told the Forestry Development Authority to assist in protecting the ecosystem here in Liberia and to boost Liberia's tourism industry. And let's go and talk to the brother here who will give us a full knowledge of what's happening. Sir, your name, sir?
I'm Saah Jr., the National Rep Coordinator at the FDA.
Okay. Talk to us about what's happening at the moment here in Rubber Sport.
Well, what we see happening at the moment in Rubber Sport, specifically around the Lake Piso waters,
right,
is the demonstration by some FDA rangers of the training they have just acquired from the Coast Guard, National Coast Guard of Liberia. We were fortunate that the government of Norway provided some funding through the World Bank for the FDA and the government of Liberia to use for conservation activities, for livelihood activities. And so through the Environmental Protection Agency, we were able to contact the Ministry of National Defense and to seek their permission for the Coast Guard unit at the Ministry of National Defense to train our rangers in order for the rangers to be able to man these boats.
Okay, so basically these boats will help in boost the tourism sector. But what are the main reasons these boats are here?
Well, one of the main reasons, there are 2 reasons specifically. One of the main reasons is basically to help protect the mangroves. The fishes lay their their eggs in the mangrove, right?
Right.
And so the mangrove is very important. But that's
so the ecosystem.
The ecosystem itself.
Okay.
So firstly, to help protect the mangroves. Secondly, to be able to man these territorial waters, since the Coast Guard is not coming in as often as possible. Then the third aspect of it is to begin to improve our ecotourism system.
How long will this last for? Somebody watching now will say, how long will this process last for? Or is it just something just for, let's say, a pilot project?
So if you say how long will it last, are you talking about in terms of the training, or you are
right?
So basically the training has lasted for 2 weeks. The training has lasted for 2 weeks. Today is the graduation of the first batch, and we will be entering into a memorandum of understanding with the Coast Guard for continuation of the training, because obviously it's like you have just graduated from just from the basic training, right?
Let me stop you right here. Are we about to hop on the boat now? Let me grab this. Yeah, let's go. So we're getting on the boat now. Okay. So
let me go as the first passenger when I come by, you go.
Okay, so we're now headed.
Just give us. Let me explain to him
Right. So we're now headed. Okay. So my roof is so scared. My roof, give me your hand. Good job. Okay. And now I'm hopping on the boat right here. Can I sit here? Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So my roof come.
All right. So
So
we're on the boat here. I'm here, actually on the boat. Okay, there we are. We're on the boat now. Okay, so so the training now is ongoing.
Yeah,
How long would the training last for?
So as I said initially, the training has lasted for 2 weeks, and today is the graduation of the first batch of trainees, and we are hoping that we enter into a memorandum of understanding with. We are hoping that our leaders will enter into a memorandum of understanding with the Coast Guard,
Okay.
the Ministry of National Defense, specifically the Coast Guard, and the essence of that will be one, to help continue the training with our folks, two, to help our folks man these boats, and in fact we are jokingly recommending to the people of Cape Mount that this could serve as a sub-base for the Coast Guard, given the level of work the Coast Guard have been doing around here in the last 2 weeks.
What is the, if I were to ask you, the FDA then versus the FDA now, what will be that added value to the authority?
I think the FDA now is stronger as compared to the FDA then, and the reason is simple. The reason is simple. Firstly, the level of support the FDA is getting now from partners,
Right.
is far more than the level of support the FDA got a couple of years from partners.
Okay.
That's one. And because the past administrations set the basis for the level of support that the FDA is getting now. So in essence, I can tell you that the FDA now, from where I sit, I will tell you that the FDA now is more stronger than it was a year or two ago.
What are we looking at in terms of numbers when it comes to, I'm talking about the financial aspect, if these boats start to move and the sector starts to boom?
So in terms of the numbers, I will leave that with the statistics, with the mainstream FDA, because the first thing is I don't have the numbers now in terms of tourists that come in here, so it's difficult to tell. But and also in terms of what is coming from the forest itself. Say for example, it's not even the raw timber itself, but even looking at the non-forest timber products.
Right.
I do not have the numbers, so I wouldn't be able to tell you exactly what the numbers will be going forward. But what I can tell you for sure,
Okay,
is that in terms of the revenue that the FDA has brought to central government over the last 1 year is somewhere between $6 to $8 million, and that's specifically in terms of the revenue that comes from the export of raw timber
per annum.
per annum.
That's on the timber.
That's in reference to timber.
Okay. And so basically, based upon that, if this was to be added, then yeah, if this was to be added, you're talking at around a whopping amount, maybe close to maybe 8 to 10 million United States dollars per year.
Yeah, but you also have to take into consideration some of the infrastructure that need to be put in place
Okay.
for the ecotourism, especially around the Cape Mount belt to pick up, right? So what we have also done, the FDA, specifically, what the FDA have also done is that the FDA have been in collaboration with private partners, so that private investors can come and at least try to invest in the sector here, ecotourism.
Another thing here, you can't have tourism without good roads, better hotels. Is FDA considering all of these things? It took me almost 4 hours to get here.
You know, Kwame, that's a brilliant question.
Right.
But I think that is beyond the FDA itself.
Okay.
I think that is if you look at the Ministry of Public Works,
Yeah.
they have the statutory responsibility for the road. They have the statutory responsibility for the road network. the Ministry of Public Works, right? Then you also looked at the Ministry of Finance. They have to provide the resources to the Ministry of Public Works. Then in terms of the infrastructure, we're talking specifically in terms of the hotels.
Right.
Look, I tell you something, if it is for the hotels, we wouldn't get tourists coming around here soon, because you have the best skyscraper hotel somewhere in other parts of the world.
Okay.
But what we're looking at here is simple eco lodges built around here from mud houses, just something built from the trees, just simple infrastructure is needed here to bring tourists in.
So basically
what tourists come here for,
right,
specifically from our studies in Italy, what tourists come here for is to see some of the species of animals, fishes.
You mean the natural habitat?
The natural habitat itself.
Okay.
That is the interest of tourists coming in here, right? And it's not basically because of the basic, main infrastructures. But you said, like you said in reference, but that is actually beyond the FDA. That is why we are collaborating with the Ministry of Information, Culture and Tourism as we develop these activities, so that the Ministry of Information, Culture and Tourism that sits at the ministerial level in terms of cabinet meetings,
right,
will bring these things out, since the FDA itself does not sit at the level of cabinet.
Another powerful point you struck, you said they're not coming for the skyscrapers and all of that. They're coming to look at what's in the natural habitat. The Sapo National Park, the Gola Forest, all of these different areas that you're talking. What are the state of these particular gem? I call them gem of Liberia. Precious.
You know, I've always said Liberia is the Amazon of West Africa, because of the level of forest that we still have.
Okay.
And interestingly, we conducted our national forest inventory in 2018, 2019. We conducted our national forest inventory, right?
Okay.
And it tells us our forest now is 6.6 million hectares and not the 4-point-something million hectares
right,
that was spoken about before. But just to go to the point here is we have, the FDA have had challenges in terms of making these protected areas very functional. It is because of limited resources. As a result of limited resources, you also have limited manpower.
Okay.
Who be men in those areas. So the state of our environment in reference to the forest is on a challenge. It's being challenged seriously.
Okay.
We need more manpower. We also, besides the manpower, there's a need for more resources. I think you saw the road coming in here.
Correct.
So if you have a vehicle, like we have one vehicle at Saah here, you see the wear and tear on that vehicle. So all of these are serious challenges to the sector itself.
I saw the name, one of the boats go by Cla Marie, the other one goes by
Oslo City.
Oslo City.
Yeah.
And I know Cla Marie, where the First Lady is she's her love for tourism, the tourism sector in this country. She's tied to the Blue Lake. You have, she's making some work there in Buchanan and all of those places. You care to talk about that finally?
So let's start with Oslo City.
Okay.
Norway provided us the funding through the World Bank. So we thought as a way of honoring them, and symbolically we named one of the boats Oslo City.
Okay.
Then you have Madame Cla Marie.
The one we're on.
And of course, the intent of that is to have Madame Cla Marie as the face of ecotourism in Liberia.
Are you guys trying to bait her in?
No, we are not trying to bait her. The reality is we already see that she has a passion
Right.
and interest.
Indeed.
So,
Indeed.
So as a means of buttressing the interest that she already has, as a means of telling her that the sector needs her. It's like typically naming your child after someone, right?
Right.
It means you have seen something in that person that you want your child to emulate. And so what we have named, the FDA has found it necessary to name this boat Madame Cla Marie Wia, as a way of saying, Madame Wia, we want you to be the face of ecotourism in Liberia.
Well, thank you so much. You hear that, brother, there for the Forestry Development Authority making the case. You see all of here, there are bystanders all here following what's happening. Well, I'm Kwame Opa Weeks coming to you live here. This is Lake Piso, right? This is Lake Piso in Robert Sports. Till then, goodbye.